Well, hello and welcome. Welcome back, everybody, once again to another episode of Plant Powered Runner Live. And it's Mother's Day. So let's just say happy Mother's Day to all mothers who are out in the world. Yeah, that's just how I roll. So, oh my goodness. Sorry about last week, guys. It got a little bit busy with work. And yeah, I don't even know where the time went. And I'll tell you, like the time is disappearing really quickly. And we're going into like spring months. And this is just lovely. The weather is amazing. Really happy to go ahead and just sit back and enjoy the running, right? Like this is the time. And I'm so happy that I'm not injured and I'm able to run during this beautiful weather we're having. So really grateful. I'm a little hot and sweaty because I don't know if you're following me on Strava, but I just finished my run literally just like, I don't know, like 10 minutes ago, less than 10 minutes ago. And so I'm still kind of in my running gear and I haven't, I just got some water and had to head on up into the studio / bedroom to go ahead and film. So yeah, it's been good. So I'm still wearing my heart rate strap. So let me take this thing off. Thanks. So yeah, so for any of you who are wondering kind of what's heart rate strap I'm using the Polar, or I don't know if you can see, there you go, the Polar H10. This thing is awesome. Really enjoying this heart rate strap. Really cool. Yeah, I just kind of take it off and store it. I'm good for another day. So, but yeah, so hey guys, how is your training going? Comment below. Let me know what questions you've got, where you're watching from, and yeah, we'll dive in and let's just sit back and let's talk running, right? Let's talk about what's going on in your world, what's going on in my world, and yeah, let's just have a little bit of fun here, right? So, where are we? Okay, hello from Dresden, Germany. Oh, how are things in Germany, man? I would love to go back to Germany. I had such a great time when I was there, when I was younger. Totally love there. Cuddles, hello everyone. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Absolutely. That's what it's all about. Cindy says, hey Dave, Cindy, Nigel watching from Plymouth, UK. Nice to have you guys on. Love it. You guys rock. So cool. Everyone kind of tuning in from all parts of the world. Hello, people. Hopefully everyone had a great week. Listen, I had a great week. I don't even know where the week went. Like the week went so fast. It's like unbelievable. It's crazy. Running Fred. Hey, how's it going? My Discord chatting mate. Hey man, what's shaking? Good to have you on. And yeah, I blame you for my run. Not this Sunday's run, but last week's video. That was crazy, Fred. My shoulders, I'm good, but man, I gotta get a strap. Like my backpack, I need a strap that goes across the bottom, so that way it kind of takes the weight off the shoulders. I need a rucking pack. That's what I need. That would be super cool. Cindy says, enjoyed your video on belly fat and diet earlier. You are looking healthy and happy. Yeah, thank you so much, Cindy. I appreciate it. Yeah, I've learned a lot over the years with, why I yo-yo, right? And we all yo-yo. Like we all gain weight, we lose weight, we gain weight, we lose weight, and I feel like I'm on a roller coaster every flipping day. But I know how to lose it. Like that's one thing that I do know how. I know how to lose it, and sugar, man, that stuff is just a killer. I just can't stand it. Sugar is in everything, man, and it drives me crazy with I don't know, with everything. Like they put it like fructose corn syrup. They put it in absolutely everything, and it doesn't even have an insulin response. So you go ahead and you have a can of Coke or a Pepsi, or you're eating whatever, you have that and there's no insulin. Like all of a sudden you're like, I'm still hungry. I'm still going to eat. I'm still going to do whatever. Not that you're going to fill up on a can of Coke, but all those calories and all that sugar, And what, the inflammation that it creates, it just blows my mind. And I was watching a documentary, like a CBC documentary. That's our government agency kind of, anyways, it's CBC. Um, love CBC, and they put out this scathing report, and this was about 5 years ago, or maybe even less. And it was talking about the scientists who were hired by the hired by the sugar companies. And Cargill, oh my gosh, Cargill, it is one of the largest private companies in the world, and they are the ones who are producing all the sugar. And so we don't really have an insight into the company itself. But the crazy thing is the scientists were paid off in the 50s. I think it was the 50s or the 60s. Anyways, they were paid off to go ahead and do these studies implicating fat as the reason why you're getting fat and not the sugar, when all the science was basically telling them that sugar was the problem. So for all of these years, fat is being, demonized, so to speak. So anyways, I'm just kind of learning, like you learn all these things. And anyways, I could have got it wrong or whatever, but anyways, what do I know? I'm just a real estate agent. I know nothing. Oh my gosh, crazy. Okay, I did a short run this morning, exploring some new trails. So instead 6K, it became 8 and fairly warm here. It's amazing, you go out for a run and you end up like when you're in like exploring mode, it's like you kind of go run, right? And you're running and you kind of look and you go, where does that trail lead? I think I'm going to check that out one day. But then that one day never comes until it does. And then you're like, ooh, it's like squirrel. And you go off on that trail and you end up probably having such an amazing time exploring new trails, new scenery, new hills, new whatever. I mean, it's really cool. That's one of the aspects of running that I love, is sometimes you just don't know where you are. Like for me, like the other day when I was over in Elora Gorge, which you guys saw in today's video, like, man, it is absolutely beautiful. And some of the places that you can go, like I only explored a little bit of Elora Gorge. It can go so much further, right? I mean, it's just insane. So I have some pictures from a couple of years ago that I'll probably go ahead and I'll post out. So anyways, I needed to talk. Oh my gosh, I got so many things. So this is really cool. YouTube has now gone ahead and set up a system where we can post, or I'll be able to post multiple pictures in the community tab on a post. So instead of just having one picture, I can have up to 5 pictures that I can share with you all on my runs and things like that. Anyways, it's kind of really cool, right? So Cuddle says, finally doing 8 hours per week and math is finally working for me. I'm in zone 2 for 80% of the time. Nice. See, that's awesome. I love to hear when things start working for people. It just warms my heart. And yeah, we all have a different experience with running at this low heart rate. And, me coming back, guys, it has been so challenging for me trying to come back, because I want to run so much faster, but I'm speaking my truth. I'm practicing what I tell you guys, right? That's what I do. And when I'm not running in my aerobic zone, you guys know, right? You guys can see on Strava. You guys will know that. And if I'm not, it's obviously for different reasons. Like today, I was a little bit higher. I was doing a little bit of experimenting, doing some filming while I was doing my run, and I didn't have enough time to string together, another full hour. So I got 36 minutes in today, and that's perfectly fine. But yeah, I just try to be honest, transparent, and everything, right? So you guys get the real story, the real results. And I'm just sharing my, what's going on for me. So anyways, very cool. Running Fred says, did you watch that sugar lecture, Fred? Oh my gosh. Seriously? I watched that after, when did I watch that? Was it last night? I think it was last night or the night before I watched it. And I had already filmed my video and I was putting it together, and I kind of watched it after. I was like, oh my gosh, like I just talked about this. And I knew I was onto something. I knew I was onto something with sugar. Sugar is just bad stuff. Like, I don't drink Gatorade. I don't drink nutrient water or whatever it's called. I don't have any of those things because it's just sugar. Like there's nothing good in those things, right? And I try to literally just drink my electrolytes. I use Noon, right? Noon tabs work really well for me. And yes, I do consume Tailwind, and Tailwind does have sucrose in there, but there's sea salt in there too. And anyways, it's kind of neat. It's just that is one of the products that does have higher sugar. So I can't say I don't have sugar. I do have sugar. I just have to watch how much of it I do have. So anyways, David, wondering how you're building up your volume of training currently, time or distance, and how you plan on the rest of the weeks. So basically what I do, like right now, I'm literally just kind of running this. I don't have a whole lot of structure as of yet, only because work's been really, really, I've been all over the place with work wise. So I've been waking up later because I've been staying awake later. So I'm kind of battling that still. But in a normal training cycle, the way I'm going to build up is, kind of, and again, I'm going to talk kilometers, but ideally well, I know 50 miles is 80 kilometers. Okay. Ideally, I like to probably do maybe about 40 miles, right? 40 miles, maybe that's like 70 kilometers or something like that. But ideally, I like to kind of work my way up in terms of hours, ideally, because time on feet for me is the most important thing. So if I work my way up to 8 hours, that's a sweet spot. I love it. If I can get to 12, I'm even happier with that. And then it's just a matter of keeping it there. Again, coming back slow, so I'm not too worried about how much time I'm spending on my feet as of yet. But it's a process, right? It's a process just to make sure that the body's still good. I'm not hurt, right? And that's the big thing for me. Plus, I'm also doing strength training. I'm doing squats. I'm doing barbell. Like I'm doing all the things that I need to do to stay healthy. So I've had to incorporate more of those things into my training, stretching, foam rolling, like all those things to support my running. I have to make sure that I'm doing all of those things still. So it's added time into my day. So again, I'm just trying to figure it out, see how I go. And as I go probably into the summer months, it may change a little bit. Ideally, I want to wake up earlier and run with the sunrise. Coming out of the wintertime, coming out of depression, coming out of anxiety, coming out of all of those things I was kind of going through earlier on in the year. We're getting more daylight now, so it's helping a lot more. So kind of going through that cycle. So anyways, there's a lot of things that kind of I can unpack based on what I'm talking about. But yeah, so that's kind of how I'm trying to plan my week is I'm just coming back slow, work my way up 40 kilometers, 50 kilometers, work my way up. And what that translates into time, that's the ideal time that I'm looking for, right? 8 to 12 hours. So hopefully that helps. Cliff, evening, Dave and all. Hey, Cliff, what's shaking? How are things going with you, my friend? Nice to see your post in our Facebook group. I appreciate that. And I know exactly what you mean, my friend. Accountability. We are all running. We're all doing our best to stay on track, to look after our bodies, and to be vulnerable is admirable. Like I just love that. So thanks for doing that post. I appreciate it. And I'm sure there's a lot of other people that appreciate the honesty as well. So thank you, Cliff. Appreciate that. And thanks again for your support, Cliff. Means a lot, man. Nigel. Nice to see you again, my friend. Dave, in your opinion, is it better to run walk or try to run consistently? I seem to get better results, i.e. times from run walk, but I guess it's better to try to run consistently. It's going to So, Nigel, there's no one way is better than the other. Really, what it comes down to is you want to just keep your heart rate at that number. And if you want to do that by run walking, then do it. If you want to do that just by walking, then do that. If you want to try to do it running in really, really, really slow, then go ahead, right? I would say whatever's going to work for you so you can have it be comfortable, sustainable, enjoyable, and at the end of the day, be happy with what you did, do that, right? Do more of that. That's what I would say. Otherwise, if it's too rigid, if it's too restricting, people just don't stick with it, right? They pack up their bag and they say, I'm done with it. I'm going to do other things. And I don't know what those other things are. Whether they want to run 80/20, that's cool too, right? Everybody wants to do what brings them joy in their running. And if people get bored, then include some speed work. If you're not and you're happy with doing what you're doing, then do that. So as long as your heart rate, see, the thing is your heart rate is your heart rate. It doesn't matter if you're running or walking. Your heart rate is elevated, right? It's still working in that aerobic zone, right? You're still working on that. So again, all the other aspects of it, you'll have to figure that out, but hopefully that helps. I'm going out for a 5-mile run with 12 gels. Fred, you kill me here, man. That's oh my gosh. That was me. That was me when I started running. I had like this running belt, and I had like 4 or 5 different little water bottles, and I had all these gels, and I was out for a run, and I thought, oh my gosh, I just need to have this gel, and I ran 5K. Like, you don't need any of that. You need nothing to go out and do 5K. Nothing. You don't even need it for a 10K. It's not until you get up into those upper numbers with longer distance. If it's hot and you're sweating and you're burning off all of your electrolytes, yeah, okay, you need to replace them. But you're going out for a 10K, gosh, you don't need anything. Anyways, it's all good. Running. Anyways, I love talking running, right? That running guy, hey Dave and everyone, I found that isotonic drinks really help with my recovery. That's cool. You know what? That's awesome. And maybe we'll talk about that when we do our live stream. I'm going to be doing a live stream with that running guy, Chris. We're going to talk about YouTube, and we're going to talk about building YouTube as a channel, and the struggles that we go through, and how we do it, and growing on YouTube, all that kind of stuff. Anyways, I'm going to be talking with Chris about that. We just got to figure out a day, and I got to get back to you, Chris, and I promise I will. Fred, you're coming back with 11 gels. I love it. Fred, you rock, my friend. You're hilarious. LOL. I look like Rambo with gel strapped to my chest. No, you don't. You don't do that. You're just goofing around. Chris say 12 gels. You'll definitely be running in more than one way. Yeah, you will. Man, that stuff doesn't work for my stomach. Like, I used to have these gels, and honestly, I got scared because okay, I'm being honest. Okay. I got scared. Okay. Runners to runners. I'm running through these neighborhoods. There's no trees around. There's no anything. And all of a sudden the urge came really badly. And I was like, this is not going to go down well. It was pretty scary. And anyways, I found there was this dumpster next to a convenience store, and there was like tiny, 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 tiny bushes, really tiny bushes. And it was a Sunday morning, and it was the most uncomfortable feeling walking up the street to find those bushes, to do the deed, to then pack up and hightail it out of there. It was so embarrassing. So I try to stay away from those gels, because they just don't sit in my stomach at all. So now that you're all laughing and you're like, what the heck is Dave talking about? Yeah, sorry. I had to share that moment. It just happened. Cliff says, after doing 8 miles of trails around Box Hill today, with a lot of climbs, I'm really regretting letting the strength training slide. My rest definitely needs more. my reset definitely needs more squats. Yeah, and it's funny, we focus so much on the running side because we just love it, and we don't pay attention to the strength. And if you're 40 years old, 50, 60, like, we're getting up in age, we got to pay attention to that because we lose our muscle, man. We if we're not building it, we're losing it. So, and again, fitting that in the day, it can be hard sometimes. She's probably running. Hey everyone, today's video was beautiful. Oh, thanks so much. I appreciate that. I certainly try my best to make the videos entertaining, educational, scenic as much as possible, and a lot of fun, right? I do my best. And it's just me. Like I'm not even, like I said, I'm not even running with anybody. So once this whole pandemic is over, maybe I'll have some of my buddies in with the videos with me. I'm not too sure, but I'll certainly see. But I love getting out. I love exploring, and I love sharing it with you because you're all from different parts of the world. So I like to bring that to you so you can actually see the places that I run. And again, it's I fit it in during the day, and if I can't get it done in the morning, that's what happens, right? So today's video is kind of like what happens, right? And there's a lot of goof ups, right? Like, I had my GoPro and I had the button on hyper mode apparently, and I don't know how that happened. But anyways, somehow it went into hyper mode, and good thing I checked. Otherwise, I would have had so many videos, like the whole entire video would have been lost. But there was only 2 clips that were lost, and unfortunately, those were the clips where I was doing a lot of the talking about what I was talking about in today's video. But I had to replace those sections with my, out being yesterday in Toronto. So, anyways, I'm glad that you enjoyed it. But yeah, there's a lot that kind of goes into this kind of stuff. Straight training is so underrated. I'm doing daily stuff with resistant bands, glutes work, stability. It has helped so much as a good warm up, and my form isn't breaking down after 25K on my feet. Absolutely agreed, 100%. High five, fist bump. Really appreciate that. It's so true, right? We as runners, man, we got to look after so many things, right? It's just nuts. Ninja poop. Yep, it was. That's exactly. It's funny. I tell these guys, I could tell you story after story after story. Like I could tell you stories like last year when the lockdown first happened and they shut down every single place that you could possibly go to a public washroom, and how just mind destroying that was when we as essential workers are out and we're working and we can't we can't go to the washroom anymore. It's so frustrating. And anyways, don't get me started. I could go down the whole rabbit hole. I'm gonna have to pull myself back from the brink. Just to be clear, those of you who don't know, I run fasted without nutrition unless it's a marathon. Yes, Fred, and I love the fact that that is what you do, because I'm in the same boat, my friend. I'm in the same boat. We don't need it. We don't need food. We've eaten all of our food. We got it on our bodies. It's all here. We can just burn it ourselves, right? It's so cool because the amount of money that I save not by eating gels throughout the day, like it is amazing. It's only in the summertime that I really, well, noon tabs I have to buy. Like my electrolytes, you got to pay attention to that. You can't not have that. So anyways, it's yeah, super important. All right. So on my living, I never tried gels for that reason. And the main reason I'm hesitant about marathon training is the nutrition hydration plans making or breaking the effort. Look, you know what? Maybe I will do a video on that exact topic because it's nothing to be scared about, right? You don't have to worry. It honestly, there's products out there that can help you. And if you are running in your, okay, here's the thing. Like the video, guys, if you fall into this category, right? I need to run because I want to set a PR. I want to go ahead and run just for the joy of running. Okay, now that you've all gone ahead and liked the video, that's awesome. Thanks. No, but it's okay, what I'm trying to say is, look, if you want a PR, you're going to be training really, you're going to have a different type of training plan, right? Like you're not just doing base building. You're going to be training with a lot more speed, a lot more track, a lot more higher intensity runs, right? If you just want to go ahead and complete a marathon, that's flipping amazing. And I encourage everybody to just do one once, just once. It's an amazing feeling. And but the thing is you don't need all that other food and all that other stuff, right? You can do it all with all your own body fat, literally. Just run slow. Yeah, you're going to have cardiac drift. It's going to happen. Yeah, you're going to run and it's going to take you a long time to run it. But guess what? That's okay. You ran a marathon. You're a marathoner, right? It doesn't matter. So you can go ahead and do that. And there are other products out there. And I'll talk about those. Maybe I'll do a video on that as well. But Morden is a great other product. I believe it's from either the UK or Germany. I can't remember which one, but or is it from the US? I can't remember. Anyways, it's a good product. But yeah, you can use that for your race day, right? But you got to practice with it, right? If you're going out for those longer runs and you plan on running a marathon and you want a PR, and yeah, then absolutely. I mean, you can train with those products, right? So just don't do it on the day of, because you don't want to pull what happened to me. I mean, that's another story too. I had filmed 5 minutes of talking while running, and while I was at home, I found out the file got corrupt after 1 minute. At least you still had the sped up version to show. Yeah, it's frustrating, right? Like you put in the time, you put in the effort, you put in all these talking points, and boom, you execute it, and then boom, it's gone. And it's like, you got to be flipping kidding me. How does this happen? Okay, now that I got a lot of you guys on here as well, I don't know how many females we have, and I don't know how many mothers we have, but I'm going to say it again. Happy Mother's Day, wherever you are in the world. We all appreciate you, because honestly, being a mother is probably one of the hardest things to do in the world. I'll tell you, because I see what my wife does, and I don't know how she does it. So anyways, I just want to say we all appreciate you. Thank you for having your babies and supporting us all us men with man colds and all that other crazy stuff, and us leaving our clothes around. Yeah, we just really appreciate you. Totally. Oh, and the snotty nose too. Yeah, we appreciate you on that too. I just appreciate mothers everywhere for everything that they do. All right. Hello from Northern Ireland. Restrictions here have been lifted and running club has been restarted. We ran a few miles along the coast and it was really slow, but being to run with friends again was heaven. Yeah, that's where it's at. Running with people, running with your friends, running in a group. Oh, the joy. I can only wait and hope. Well, I know the day is going to come, but we're still in Ontario. We're still have a mess. It's still going crazy. But I've got my vaccination. I'm all good. I know a lot of people that have had vaccinations. I think we're at about maybe 40% of Ontario has got vaccinations now, which that's really awesome to see. So yeah, so things are going well on that front. Pretty happy. I want to do a shout out. Right now to all of you who have become members of my channel, because guys, it means a lot to me, right? Cindy, Nigel, Cliff, KK, Shay, Brian, right? Like you guys all mean so much. So thank you for becoming a new member. Thanks for everyone that have done like the super chat. I just donated to the channel. Like seriously, I'm not really good at. I don't know. Anyways, I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I want to bring up some cool new content for the members. On a side note, so I'm working on a few ideas that I want to do for you guys to show you my thank you and my support for you guys supporting me. So just know that I'm working on something. Okay. So again, thank you for everyone who has become a member and who has donated and all that fun stuff. So it doesn't go unappreciated. Cliff says, same here. I run fasted, anything under 2 hours. Awesome. Good to see. That's great to hear. How long to maximize your aerobic base using math at 57-year-olds relative to new to running? Whew, that's a loaded question, Ralph. I would. I'm going to say I'm not too sure. What I will tell you is based on my experience. If you've gone out and if you've started doing a math test, like if you've set up a base, you've done your math test and you know where your base is, and then the next month you've improved. Okay, at least you're moving in the right direction. How fast are you going to improve? Like I would do this for a month. I wouldn't even be thinking about freaking out whether it's not working. What I would do is I would literally just focus on enjoying it, enjoying the process, okay? And just making sure that your heart rate is up there, all right? That's what I would focus on. And then as the following, as the next month goes by, now you've got you've got a month that you've seen results, and then you go to the next month, and then if you keep seeing improvement, keep doing what you're doing because it's working. How fast is it going to work for you? It's going to probably be determined on how poorly you've built your aerobic base over the years, and or how long you've been running for, and or have you changed your diet, reduced your stress? Are you getting the sleep? Right? All of those, caffeine, right? Like that elevates heart rate for some people. So just know that there's a lot of other things that you would probably have to be adding into it to see the results faster. Okay. I don't know if it makes sense, but that's what I would recommend. Also one last thing, make sure that you're upping the time on feet, right? So are you getting 5, 6, 7, 8 hours in there for your runs? Something else to think about. Fred says, nice work, Cliff. Turbo fat burning. Yeah, absolutely. The turbo fat burning, I'm going to be working on another video. Fred, you're going to like this one, but I'm just going to hold back. I'm not going to share it with anybody because look, we all have our own opinions. And I love that about the comment section because everybody will comment and they will share their own experience. And guess what? Everybody is right. Right? In their opinion, everyone is going to be right. Nobody is wrong. No one, we're all coming to it from the best knowledge that we have. The one thing that I would say to people is just be open-minded, right? So just because you've been doing something forever, it doesn't mean it may be the right thing to do. Like there may be new science that has come out to prove that, look, you should be doing this as well, or you maybe shouldn't be doing this, right? It's like the studies that were done that were paid off with all the sugar executives in the 50s and 60s, right? Now we know that sugar is really bad for us, right? So again, it's new studies come out and the truth always comes out. So the truth will always set you free, right? So that's why I love my comment section because everybody shares their own opinion and I love it and I support what everybody talks about. I think it's awesome. I I don't know. There's a lot of things and I'm open to learning from others and I'll do my research. Like I'll figure it out. So I love that. And I love when people make those comments and share their experiences because I think, coming from a runner to a runner, I've gone through these experiences and I'll share them with you. And if these things work for you, amazing. If they don't, that's cool, right? Do something else that works for you, right? And so Maffetone method training doesn't work for everybody, right? If you're younger and you're like a teenager and all the way into your 20s and maybe even your 30s, you may be running too fast to be in that zone. And that's okay. If you're older, right? If you're in your 60s and 70s and 80s, right? Math may not work for you. You may have to add on an additional 10 beats to see the results, right? So again, it's a tool to allow us to train not so fast, okay? So again, it's just something to think about. All right. Holy man, where am I here? There's so many people. Okay, honestly, I never bothered to look in the gels and how they work and what they are. When I run, I could get longer, like a banana when water with me. Yeah, you know what? It's real food will trump, in my opinion, real food trumps any other of the synthetic foods. Now, again, the problem with this is if you're running a marathon, it may be hard to be consuming, real food in that whole food format, because you're trying to run really fast instead of PR. It's hard to have the bulkier food, right? So that's why a lot of these sports companies, there's one company, Spring Energy, right? They're down in the US. Spring Energy, from my understanding, is amazing. It's like real food, right? Packaged up. We can't buy it in Canada yet. They don't ship it here. I can't get my hands on it. But Sage Canada, he is a sponsor for them. And I've done some research on it, and I know a couple of friends in the US, and they've consumed it and they really like it. So I'm looking to get my hands on it. So if any of you are in the US, I would love for anybody to send me some. It would be awesome. I'll pay you for it. I got no problem with that. I would just love to, get a box of that stuff. So anyways, just put it out there for all the people in the US. All right, where are we here? Yeah, I don't know where to start with gels. I've driven numbers, but there's so much time. I want to drive through the gears and work through the low distance races up to a marathon one day. You will. Absolutely. You'll get there. If that's what you're looking for, you certainly will. Just know that if you went out for a 2-hour run, you don't need food. Like if you're running at half heart rate, you need water with electrolyte tabs in there, and you're good, right? Just keep those electrolytes going. Okay. Super important. But with regards to food, man, we got more than enough on our bodies. My opinion, that is. That's my opinion. Others may think totally different, but that's just what I think. Hey, Plant Parent Runner, which distance is your favorite to compete and run and train for? Half marathon, full marathon, which one do you think is better to do long term? Okay, so I guess a couple of things I would say is, I love ultra marathons. I've done an ultra marathon. I've done like a 50-miler. I've done it once. That was in October, and I loved it so much. And I was wondering why I love that distance so much, and I've had a lot of time to think about it. And I think I like that longer distance because I feel like I'm having like a full day experience, right? Like I'm having this whole, it's like I'm driving somewhere and I get to spend the whole entire day there and just enjoy it. So for me, for being out there 12 hours on my feet, out in the trails, and it was amazing feeling. So I liked it for the fact that I was able to push my body to a level I've never been to before. But then I was able to experience all the emotions of the day, right? Being happy, being sad, being elated, being frustrated, being all these different things. It was an amazing feeling. And I didn't have to worry about, my pace or anything. I didn't have to think about those things. That's what I really liked about it. Now, I'm going to say I love the half marathon and marathon for different reasons. I like the half marathon because it's kind of in that spot where it's like under 2 hours, right? So you can do a longer distance. And again, I don't really have to think too much about what I'm going to be consuming, right? I'll probably, on a half marathon, I'll probably have like one Morden gel, and, electrolytes, like, one noon tab or 2 noon tabs in a bottle of water. So again, I'm not carrying so much stuff with me, if you know what I mean. So yeah, it's been kind of nice to do the lower, the half marathon. But then the marathon I like as well, because you can push your body. Yes, you can hit the wall, but you can push your body, you can run faster, but it's not a marathon, it's not an ultra marathon. So I don't have to worry about 12 hours. I can get it done in 3.5 hours. So each one has got its own purpose, I guess you would say. So I know it's a long answered thing, but anyways, yeah. So just share that with you. David, do you think it would be hard on you to figure out about the math method? Hold on a second. I'm so parched, guys. Hold on one sec. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's just the first sip I've had since my run, or actually of the day, really. David, where do you think you would be had you not figured out about the math method? You know where I would be? I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be talking to you right now. I wouldn't be probably running. I'd probably be just gaining more weight, not being happy with myself, and having a downward spiral, to be quite honest. It's brought back my happiness of running. It's helped me with my mental health. It's helped me with my cardiovascular system. It's helped me on so many flipping levels. And it's allowed me to just get the joy back into running again, right? And I've built a community and you guys have come. You guys have watched the videos. Something inspired you to say, you know what? I'm going to click and I'm going to follow this crazy Canadian guy. And that warms my heart because here we are when we're talking and it's worldwide. So again, I just appreciate all of you guys. I'm just so grateful that I found that method because otherwise I wouldn't be here. That's really what it comes down to. Fred says, I'd probably point out that I've been fasting and running fasted for years, and I wouldn't recommend it for everyone. It takes time to get used to. Yes, absolutely. Fred, you're 100%, man. Like, it takes a while to really kick in your body to learn how to burn fat, right? It's not something that, you should do just, right off the hop, right? What I would say is to anyone who is thinking about doing something like that is, one, just try to have like a low carb, high fat diet. Work that first, and then get your body used to that, and then slowly start adding in some fasted runs throughout the week. See how that works, and just slowly go that way. That's what I did, and it eventually worked. And now I can run for a long time without eating anything. So it's very cool. Hey, Chris, Cliff says, that running guy, congrats, Chris, on your ultra. Love the vid. Yeah, Chris, I loved your video on that. It was super cool, man. If none of you guys have seen it, Chris ran his ultra marathon, a 50K on his channel, and it was super cool. So anyways, really, really liked it. Good on you. Nigel says, I did my second math test a couple of days ago and took 22 seconds off my April test. I do about 30 to 40 kilometers a week. So that's reasonable progression. Thanks, Dave. Absolutely. That is very high five, fist bump. Kudos, man. That rocks. That good on you. Like, that's really, really awesome to see. It's nice to see those results, right? It really is. Congrats, Nigel. There's great stuff. There it is, man. That's how it's done. You're welcome. You're welcome. Everyone is so grateful. Like, all of you guys are so flippin' cool. Honestly, I can't wait to be able to run with all of you. I mean, at some point once this is all down and I've been saving, put money aside, and I'm going to go on a vacation at some point, and it's going to be a runcation, and hopefully I'll be able to run with you guys wherever you are. I'll figure out. I'll pick a point in the world, and I'll go there, because that would be pretty epic. I think that would be awesome. Fred said, I've refrained from making salt in my wound jokes. Fred, I think we need to bring you on. Right? Do you have a video? Wait, do you have a camera on your you must have a webcam built into your computer. Because honestly, I think we need to bring Fred on. Fred, what do you say? I'm putting him on the spot because I can bring him in as a guest. Like, I can invite any of you guys in as a guest. If any of you guys want right now, I can bring you on live. Okay. So I'm going to put it out there. So does anyone want to come on live right now? Let me know. Runcation around Europe, Dave on tour. That would be pretty epic, right, Cindy? Like, I would love that. Like, that would be my happy place. That would be very, very cool. Fred says maybe. All right. I think, all right. Who wants to see Fred come on here? In the comments, just put in Fred. If we all want to see Fred come on live stream right now, put in the comments, say Fred. Because I think it would be awesome to have him here. I think it'd be great. Oh, now he bums out. Yeah, but not on this stream. All right, fine. All right, but we got one. Okay, wait. We got one, two. We got a few. Oh, Cliff says, yeah. All right. I'm in the shower. You're not in the shower. What are you talking about? David says, go for it, Fred. I have to say, out of every hobby I've ever done, and whether it was gymnastics, gaming, long hoarding, or now running, I'm amazed at how cool and passionate runners are. You know, in my video that I just was filming today when I was out on my run, I talked about that. I talked about it, and it is a very cool feeling to have that runner's high. Because I'll tell you, it's on the same endro. I can't even pronounce the word. The endo something or endocrinatic. Anyways, I'll have to figure it out. There's a word, and it works on that level. The same thing as what marijuana does. So it's kind of interesting how that plays out. Yeah, Fred. Everybody wants you on. Everybody wants you on. Going live from the shower now. Different web service though. All right, Fred. So yeah, so we'll have to figure out when we're gonna bring you on, because apparently you're a little gun shy right at the moment. Well, the endorphins is one. Yes, the endorphins is, but there's also another word I'm looking for. Just the endocrinatic system or something. Like I'm looking at my phone right now. I'm trying to find what was the end. It's the endo something. And you know what? This is going to annoy me. And you know what? I'm not going to bore you guys with it, because you're probably going to get bored just me looking up something on my phone. So I'm not going to bother. Cliff says I'd come on, but you'd have to listen to my wife catch up on soap operas in the background. And it would inflict. I wouldn't inflict that on anybody. Hey, do you guys watch Coronation Street? My mom used to watch Coronation Street all the time. Oh my gosh, she was big into that. She also watched. What else did my mom watch? Days of Our Lives. She used to watch Days of Our Lives. That was the other one. And she used to tape it, like when we had cassette tapes. She used to record all of them and then used to watch them on a Sunday. But Coronation Street, I believe, would replay on a Sunday here in Canada, and then she would record each of the episodes during the week with Days of Her Life, and then she would watch it on a Sunday. So it's crazy. No, not dopamine. It's the endocrinatic. I don't know. I'm sorry. I keep trying to think of this word. Anyways, I'll have to figure it out though. Whoops. Where am I here? Oh, she's more of a Easterns fan. Oh, okay. Never seen that one. I'll have to catch up on that one. I'm old, but I'm not that old. Actually, listening to you in the shower, I just finished a tempo run. Oh, good for you. That's awesome. Yeah, nice to be able to get the leg speed turnover going. Yeah, I'm probably 3 months away from that right now. Who knows? It may be faster. Maybe it'll happen sooner. I don't know, but all is good though. Um, I'm just trying to think what else I can say, guys. Man, I love hopping on and chatting with you guys. And like I said, it's Mother's Day, so I know we're probably a little light with people tuning in, right? So it's a little small. I'd come on, but Cindy is in her jams and says no. Oh, come on, Cindy. We'll bring Nigel on. Okay, so maybe we'll have to figure out a time. So Nigel, Cindy, I'll message you in the members. I'll send you a members chat. I think I can do that somehow. But anyways, I'll message you and we'll see how we can get you on. Fred, we'll do the same thing with Discord. We'll see when we can get you on here as well. I think that would be awesome, because I think we're all learning from each other, right? And each of us has our own experiences as what's going on. And I think it would be awesome to bring others and build our community here. Seth Moore calls it the DGR DGR strong. So why don't I call it PPR strong on this one, right? So it's the get out and run. Not tonight, Dave. All right, Cindy, no problem. Yeah, we'll figure out a time where we can do that. That would be kind of cool. I just love talking and connecting with everybody. So, anyways, listen, guys. At this point here, I'm probably going to say I'm going to pack it up and say goodbye because I got to go with my wife to the barn to see the horse because it's Mother's Day and we've got my daughter. Oh, Fred, Katie says hi, by the way. Sorry she's not on the live stream, but she says hi. But yeah, anyways, hopefully I'll be on again next Sunday. Video comes out on Thursday and next one on Sunday. Thanks for watching the videos, guys. It really means a lot. I really appreciate it. And to all of you guys, like I really, this whole thing means more than you know. Like it's really helped keep my sanity here, right? Endocrine system. Thank you. Yes, that's it. Finally. Whew. Okay, yes. Running performance. Yep. It is the hormone balance. Yes, that is the one that I was thinking of and I couldn't come up with it. So thank you so much. Oh man. Thanks, Dave. Brian, I didn't know you were watching. Brian, thank you. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Brian is one of our other members as well. So again, Brian, thank you. Appreciate that. It's so cool that you popped up and said that. Good night, Dave. Be safe from Cliff. David says, thanks, David. Keep them coming. Absolutely, I sure will. Good night, Dave. Thanks. I appreciate you guys. Thank you all. And like I always say, I'll say it again. Get out and run. See you next Sunday. Bye, guys.